I'm Costa from Car Focus, and today we're going to be doing a detailed walkthrough of the Ranger Platinum. Now the Ranger Platinum is a new addition to the Ford range. It slots in just after the Wildtrak and just before the Raptor. We do cover quite a lot in these videos, so if there's something specific that you're looking to find, look in the description below, use the chapters and jump ahead to what it is you're interested in. The Platinum Ranger comes in only one version or one derivative. It does come in multiple different colors. The one we have here today is the Meteor Grey. It's coupled with a 3-litre V6 engine and a 10-speed automatic gearbox. Those are the only drivetrain and gearbox options on the Platinum. And it comes with a standard rafter features, meaning that there are no option packs from factory. Looking at the front of the vehicle, we've got the Platinum badge sitting across the front of the bonnet. That is a unique feature that only the Platinum Ranger gets, so it's instantly recognizable as a Platinum Ranger. It also shares this styling with the Platinum Everest, so the two in the range couple this badge together and are the only two vehicles that sport it. The front grille, you do have a fair bit of chrome that they've used through here, mixed with some black, but there's also like a splash effect of chrome running through the front grille and the prominent Ford badge just there. The silver carries on at the bottom here, and what I like about it is it's a very similar shade of silver to the front grille, so it marries in and ties in nicely. You've also got this piano black finish running across the front of the grille there, where normally this is just body colored. You got your front fog lights. You get the performance LED headlights, which are standard on the Platinum Ranger. They are actually an option in the Wildtrak. You've got to option them in, but here they standard. You've got your radar system that's built in over here. You've got your front park sensors. You've got your LED fog lights, and of course, the C-clamp headlights, which have become a symbol of the new Ranger. From an off-roading point of view, it does have two rated recovery points on the front of the vehicle, as well as a steel bash plate that runs along the front and another bash plate behind that to protect the transmission. Under the bonnet, the Platinum Ranger is very similar to the balance of the V6 Ranger lineup. It's got the air intake on this side, a big air box over here feeding the V6 engine over there. You've got a space here for a spare battery if you want to put in a second battery. You've got all your washer fluid bottles all neatly spaced in this one little area so that you can access them easily from this side without having to stretch over the whole bonnet of the vehicle. The V6 diesel engine produces 184 kilowatts and 600 newton meters of torque. Great for towing long distances and designed very well. From the side styling of the vehicle, very similar to the Ranger Wildtrak. However, some of the differences is this piano black wheel arch that runs across here. It's not that obvious on the color that we have here today, but if you were to pick a white car, this would pop out substantially. Your V6 badge, like the rest of the V6 Rangers, your color-coded door mirrors, high-mounted indicator lights in there. It does also get the Platinum badge on the front door. That's unique to the Platinum. And then the side steps are the same as what you get in Wildtrak. The alloy wheel is worth mentioning because it is a unique alloy finish, and it gets a bit of piano black to tie in with this arch and bring the two together really nicely and complete the styling on the side of the vehicle. Color-coded door handles with proximity sensors. With the Rangers, you've got the lock button on the outside, and to unlock it, you actually have to put your hand in there, so it actually uses two different sensors, so unlock and lock for the proximity key. You get the privacy glass at the back. You've also got this chrome finish running along the side of the bottom of the windows, and you have these unique Platinum Ranger rails. The pillars between the two windows are blacked out. Again, not as obvious in the color we have here, but if you were to look at a white vehicle, for example, that make the windows merge together and give you that full black effect. Moving further back to the tub, you again get the black piano black arch over there. It also has the box step that has now become synonymous with this generation of Rangers. For those of you who tuned in to find out what my favorite feature is about this car, here it is. The sports bar on this car is actually called a sailplane, mainly because of its design and the way that it's designed to create an aerodynamic finish for the back of the vehicle. In addition to that, Platinum Ranger gets this unique ability to actually clip and move the sailplane and then clip it into place. Once it's clipped in place, this is actually to allow you to use the space more clever. You release this rail as well, and this rail is designed to be at the same height as the rails that run across the top of the vehicle, and that is so that you can load different length items across the top of the Ranger Platinum. Looking at the back of the Platinum Ranger, you've got the embossed Ranger logo over here. You've got the Ford logo just there. You've got the third high-mounted stoplight incorporated into the tailgate. You've got the grab handle just there. The four-wheel drive and the Platinum badge are both in chrome. Just underneath that, on the rear bar, there's a step that you can use for climbing in and out if you need it. It's also got the chrome finish just over there and around the sides. In addition to that, you've got the tow bar. The tow bar's got an electric brake controller from factory, as well as the pin plug. It can tow 3.5 tons, and also the GVMs and the GCMs are coming up on the screen. Have a look at those. You've got your reverse camera that's situated just there as part of the 360-degree view camera system. You've also got what has become now a Ford staple, is this spring-loaded tailgate that's incredibly light, very easy to move up and down with just a couple of fingers there, very light and easy. In addition, with these Rangers, they've introduced this protective area over here that protects the top of the tailgate, so if you are loading items in and out of the vehicle, you won't damage them. It's also been designed to work as a workbench. So over here it's got these little clever sections where you can put a clamp. So if you are wanting to clamp something and cut it or work on it, it doubles up as a bit of a workbench. It's got the drop-in bed liner. So the drop-in bed liner is all blacked out, made out of a hard plastic to protect the inside of the tub. Looking inside the load area of the Platinum Ranger, it's all very modulated, very neat and tidy. The roller shutter tucks away into that clever little compartment over there, so it's never actually in your way and still allows you to make maximum use of the space underneath it. Inside, there's a lot of areas where you could modulate your load area and create different compartments and spaces. You've also got the two cabin lights, so one on each side, the left and the right-hand side. They are both LEDs, so they provide good light even at night. You've got the switch for opening and closing the roller shutter, as well as a power point situated in the back of the Ranger. You've also got these tie-down points situated throughout the vehicle. There's 6 of them in total. They are made out of a very thick steel, and they're bolted down with big thick bolts, so they're heavy duty, fit for purpose. In addition to that, you've also got this rail system over here with a release switch, which allows you to move these little handles, what look like handles, but they're actually portable tie-down points, and it allows you to slide them across the rear of the vehicle and clip in place. You can actually see these little holes here where they clip in place, so they've got set areas where they can clip in, and then from there you can use those as tie-down points if you want to tie something down. So overall, a very clever use of the load area in the back of the Ranger, very versatile, offering a lot of different variations and being able to cover all sorts of different eventualities. Moving to the rear cabin of the Ranger Platinum, there's a fair bit of room back here for a double cab ute. You've got good leg room, a fair bit of space here. You've got these map pockets behind the front seats. You've also got these indentations behind the seats here, just to give you that little bit of extra space for your legs and your knees. You've got rear air vents for the rear passengers, very useful to have there. And just below that, you've got a USB-A and a USB-C charge point. Now, because Ranger is a four-wheel drive, you do still have a drive column that runs through the center here, so you do have this raised area in the middle, which does mean that the center passenger would probably be just a little bit compromised with leg room, but really not too bad and in keeping with most cars nowadays that have that. The center armrest, well positioned over there with 2 separate cup holders, and the leather finish. So the leather finish in the back is very nice. It's got this quilted look over here with this pattern design that breaks up all that flat black, and it's also got this white stitching that runs really neatly along there and along there. The carpets that come with the Platinum also get the Platinum logo with a badge. Looking at the passenger side of the vehicle, you've got the same quilted leather finish with the white stitching. You also get the Platinum badge that's stuck onto the back of the seat just there, incorporated. You got the Platinum logo again in the carpet sets. In addition, Platinum Ranger has electric passenger front seat and driver's front seats. Over here, you still got the 2 glove boxes, so you got the bottom one and you got the top one. But Platinum doesn't get that extra storage space in here, and instead they've gone for this wood grain finish and this silver finish over there, and the top glove box with the Platinum logo and the white stitching continuing through there. You also get this clever little cup holder that's very well positioned right next to the vent, so if you've got a cool drink and you want to keep it cool, you can use the vent to keep it cool, or if you've got a hot drink and you want to keep it warm, again you could set your vent temperature and help you keep your beverage at the right temperature. You also get the Platinum finish logo on the scuff plate. Looking at the front driver's door, you've got the release handle integrated into the grab handle. You've got the electric window operation here. You've also got your electric mirror operation as well as your fold back functions just there. In addition, Platinum Ranger comes standard with memory seats with 3 positions just there for your memory seats, as well as your central locking buttons. Over here you've got your light controllers, so you can come here and switch your automatic headlights, your park lights and lights to off. You've also got your rear stat switch to brighten and dim your dash display. In addition, over here you've got your roller shutter release button, And just above that, you got the driver's version of that passenger cup holder that we looked at earlier, also positioned very nicely next to this vent. The wood grain finish carries on just in there, along with the silver finish wrapping around the vent and your white stitching across your dash. Looking at the steering wheel is height and reach adjustable. In addition, it's finished in this really nice, soft, high-quality leather with this beautiful white stitching, which ties it into the rest of the vehicle, along with the piano black and aluminium just there. On this side, you've got your smart cruise control with your lane keep assist, you've got your volume controls, and you've got your voice-activated commands just there. You also get a speed limiter with the Platinum. On this side, you got your trip computer controls, main menu controls, as well as track selectors and your phone answer and pickup button just there. All right, so looking at the center console in front of the driver here, the cluster is all digital, and it does have a calm mode, which is what we're in at the moment. The calm mode just gives you your fuel gauge distance to empty, your digital speedometer, and your smart cruise control settings, which let you know what's happening with your lane keep assist system as well, just over there. You got your gear selector indicators, as well as your manual, and you got your headlight. It's the full 12-inch digital screen, edge to edge, the same one that you get in the Raptor. To get out of the calm screen, you just use these arrows on the side here. You scroll up, and you go into a more traditional digital display with a rev counter on the left-hand side, a speedometer on the right-hand side, as well as your trip computer settings in the middle. You've also got your temperature indicators at the top for oil temperature, engine and water temperature, your turbo pressure, as well as your digital fuel gauge all the way along the top there. So there's your fuel economy, there's your trip computer, your off-road status, which actually gives you your pitch and yaw angles, as well as your roll angle, those three different angles along the top there. It also tells you what is being driven, so it's a bottom view shot of the car, and there's your pitch and roll angles if you want to see them separately. So the drive modes are, we've got normal, we've got eco, tow haul mode, slippery mode, mud ruts, sand, and that's the last one. So in sand mode, it puts you into 4 high, it engages the rear differential, and it switches off the electronic stability. If you go into mud and ruts, it stays in 4 high, still has the differential engaged, and it has the ESP switched off. From there, if you go into slippery, it shifts into 4 high, disengages the differential and re-engages the electronic stability. In tow haul mode, it goes into 4 automatic. In eco, it should go into 2 high, so it shifts out of 4x4 into 2 high, or 2-wheel drive, and then back into normal, which normal shifts into 4 automatic. So those are your different drive modes. In addition to that, you can also manually select 4A, 2 high, 4 high, or 4 low. To go into 4 low, you have to shift into neutral. And now we're in 4 low, and it's switched off the electronic stability in 4 low. The touchscreen on the Platinum Ranger has got these 3 key buttons right at the top here. The one is the home button, which brings you to these radio, phone, navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, which are both wireless. You've also got this sketch, and you've got this towing button. The towing button actually allows you to add trailers, which is a pretty useful feature to have if you're going to be towing, because you can set up multiple different trailers on the Ranger Platinum, allowing you to set their lengths, their weights, and which then actually adapts the blind spot detection to accommodate for these trailers. So a very fantastic feature that it's all incorporated. In the middle, you've got this center button. This little button brings up all the phones and the driver assist options. It also lets you access your auto hold function. So the auto hold is actually controlled through the screen here and not through a mechanical or analog button. And then it also gives you these off-road options, which give you the different views and allow you to activate your rear differential or allow you to put it into hill descent assist. And then lastly, this other button at the top here is your cameras, which give you the 360-degree view as well as the front view, but you can also change these views around. So those are the 3 main buttons at the top, and really from there you're able to access all the rest of the features that deal with this top part of the screen. This bottom part of the screen over here is your aircon, your digital readouts of where your aircon is. So your aircon can actually still be controlled through the analog switches, but it can also be controlled through the touchscreen. Just there. With heated and air conditioned seats, as well as a heated steering wheel. You've got your mood lighting just in there, which is active. And then just underneath that, you've got your electric brake controller. You can manually set your gain here by minusing and plussing. And you can also have this little switch here, which allows you to physically brake the trailer using this pinch functionality just there. So just underneath here, you've got a little storage compartment. You've got a USB-C and a USB-A charge point. And then in addition, you've got a wireless charger that's situated just there with a nice non-slip mat. Just behind that, you've got this little compartment over here, which is useful for sticking any item that you want to stand upright. Your e-shifter, your 2 cup holders with little spring-loaded teeth that can grab different size cups, your electric park brake, your drive mode selector, as well as your 4-wheel drive mode selector just there. So the buttons in there allow you to choose the 4-wheel drive, and then this rotating switch allows you to change your drive modes. Over here you got your self-park feature that the Platinum Ranger is equipped with. You got your ESP off button, your auto start stop functionality that you can activate or deactivate using that button over there, and then your different views for off-road situations. You can actually activate different cameras while off-roading, so you can get different views of your vehicle. Inside the center armrest, you've got a 12-volt power point just over there. You've also got a place to activate your smart key and keep it linked with the vehicle if necessary, and a nice big storage compartment.